From the 8th of June 2020, if you're coming to England to visit or for work, or you are a UK national travelling back to England, you will be required to quarantine. The law applies to both adults and children. There are similar and separate regulations which apply to travelling to Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. The English travel quarantine laws applies if you have travelled from outside the UK, Republic of Ireland, Isle of Man and the Channel Islands, known as the Common Travel Area. When arriving in England by plane, ferry or train, you will be asked to complete a Passenger Locator Form. This form needs to be presented at the port to the immigration officer on entry and can be completed 48 hours before travel. The form provides important details including where you will self-isolate. You can be fined £100 for failing to complete this form. If you willfully provide misleading information on the form and taken to court, you could receive an unlimited fine. You can stay at your home or with family or friends, and if you have no place to go to, the government can provide a place for you to stay at your own expense. Once you enter England, you must travel directly to the place where you will self-isolate. You must then self-isolate until whichever is the earlier of either 1. The end of the 14th day after the day on which you arrive in the UK, or your departure from England. When you are self-isolating, you cannot leave your home save for defined exceptions stated in the law, including to obtain basic necessities or for medical treatment. Going to work is not an exception to leave the place of self-isolation. There are a number of groups who are exempt from this travel quarantine, including road haulage and freight workers, medical and care professionals providing essential healthcare, those arriving for pre-arranged medical treatment, passengers in transit if they do not pass through border control, seasonal agricultural workers if they self-isolate where they are working, UK residents who ordinarily travel overseas at least once a week for work. The police have wide powers, backed by the use of reasonable force, to direct or remove you to the place of self-isolation, and in extreme circumstances can even take you to a place designated by the government. If there's a random spot check and you're not at the place of self-isolation, there's a fine of £1,000. While the emergency laws is promoted to stop the spread of COVID-19 and a second wave, many other countries are now relaxing their travel restrictions, and some UK airlines have criticised the law as a blow to recovery of the airline industry and any event unenforceable. These emergency laws are reviewed. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe to Community Legal Education to be the first to watch these emergency coronavirus law legal video explainers, and may the justice be with you.